Imagine opening your paychecks and seeing no income tax deductions. This tantalizing prospect is at the heart of former President Trump's 10% tariff proposal. He claims this sweeping tariff could completely replace income tax. It's a bold claim, no doubt. But is it too good to be true? Let's peel back the layers of this complex issue and find out. The idea of eliminating income tax is undeniably appealing. It suggests more money in your pocket, more financial freedom, and perhaps even a simpler tax system. But before we start celebrating, we need to understand the potential consequences. This isn't just about shifting numbers around, it's about potentially reshaping the entire American economy and its place on the global stage. So buckle up, dear viewers, as we embark on a wild ride through the world of tariffs, trade wars, and the ever-elusive promise of tax relief. First things first, let's clarify what a tariff actually is. In simple terms, it's like a border tax on imported goods. Imagine a wall of accountants stationed at every port, slapping a price hike on anything entering the country. Trump's proposal initially called for a flat 10% tariff on all imports. More recently, he's floated the idea of a tiered system, with a 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada, and an additional 10% on Chinese goods. The logic behind this proposal is twofold. First, it aims to generate revenue for the government, potentially replacing income tax revenue. Second, it's meant to protect American industries by making foreign goods more expensive and encouraging consumers to buy American. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, hold your horses, because the economic reality of tariffs is far more intricate. The potential economic impact of such a sweeping tariff is a hotly debated topic, with economists divided on its long-term effects. On the one hand, proponents argue that it could lead to a resurgence in American manufacturing. With imported goods becoming pricier, the thinking goes, American consumers would be more likely to purchase domestically produced goods, boosting local businesses and creating jobs. However, this potential upside comes with significant potential downsides. The most immediate concern is inflation. When the cost of imported goods rises, everything from clothing and electronics to raw materials becomes more expensive for businesses and consumers alike. This could lead to a decrease in consumer spending, potentially offsetting any gains made from increased domestic production. Moreover, higher prices could force the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates, potentially slowing economic growth. Section 4, Global Backlash, Trade Wars Brewing. Let's not forget the international implications of such a drastic policy shift. Imposing hefty tariffs on our trading partners is akin to poking a hornet's nest with a very expensive stick. China, Mexico, and Canada, three of America's largest trading partners, are unlikely to take these tariffs lying down. They could retaliate with tariffs of their own on American exports, potentially harming American businesses and farmers who rely on these markets. Imagine American soybeans rotting in silos because China, in retaliation, has slapped a tariff on them. Or picture Mexican avocados becoming a luxury item in the US due to retaliatory tariffs. These are just a few examples of how a trade war could disrupt global supply chains and impact our daily lives. Section 5. History repeats itself? Lessons from the past. It's worth noting that this isn't Trump's first foray into the world of tariffs. During his presidency, he imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of goods from China, sparking a trade war that had significant repercussions for both countries. While proponents argue that these tariffs protected American jobs, critics point to the billions of dollars in government aid provided to farmers hurt by retaliatory tariffs as evidence of the policy's drawbacks. Looking further back in history, we can find even more cautionary tales about the dangers of protectionist trade policies. The infamous Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930, which raised tariffs on over 20,000 imported goods, is widely believed to have exacerbated the Great Depression by stifling international trade and triggering a wave of retaliatory tariffs. Section 6. The verdict: tax relief or economic turmoil. So, is Trump's 10% tariff proposal a stroke of economic genius or a recipe for disaster? The answer, like most things in life, is far from simple. While the allure of eliminating income tax is undeniable, the potential economic consequences are significant and far-reaching. From inflation and trade wars to global economic instability, the risks associated with such a dramatic policy shift are substantial. It's crucial to weigh these risks against the potential benefits before jumping to any conclusions. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to support such a proposal rests in the hands of the American people. As always, we encourage you to do your own research, engage in thoughtful discussions, and form your own informed opinions. Because as we all know, an informed citizenry is the bedrock of a functioning democracy.